Hello and welcome to Behind the Black Veil, where we get a more intimate look at the mysteries of our lives. The safety directions are down below. Please check those out, particularly if you are new here. Hi, welcome. Hey, shout out to my Heart Rocks. You know how we do it here. All right, let's get it popping. Get into chilling position, ladies and gentlemen. It's about to go down. Awesome. Awesome. I hope you've been processing these lessons well that you're learning in your life, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, because I don't know about you, but I am busy processing. Busy. Okay, so hopefully you're busy processing. By the way, we dedicate ourselves and this conversation to generating the energy of peace, bringing clear our creative potential, seeing behind what appears to be obstacles, things clearly as they are. We call forth accurate answers, accurate interpretations of those answers, and the wise and skillful application of the guidance we receive here today. Amen. All right, Ancestors, Creator, thank you for your miraculous nature. What would you like to discuss with the children of God today? About whatever you want to discuss with the children of God. We'd like to discuss this today. You don't have to rebuild a relationship with everyone you have forgiven. Oh, come on now. You don't have to rebuild. Did I say rebuild? Okay, rebuild. You don't have to rebuild a relationship with everyone you have forgiven. That's powerful. You know, it's the little things. Let me see. Okay, good. It's short. You are hereby granted permission to forgive everyone, but still be super picky about every person you let into your inner circle. Go forth and prosper. Hello? Facts. Oh my God. See, it's the little things, y'all. It's the little things. You know what I mean? Because we talk about that as human beings every now and then. You know, I've heard people mention that. Like, what should I do? You know, where's the line at? You know, how much is too much? Right. Exactly. That is the human question, isn't it? Well, they would like to discuss these details with us here today. Thank you, Ancestors, Create. I appreciate that. We could use a little insight on that. Anybody? Okay. So let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Because you know what we deal with. We deal with, how you going to be like that? You know, or whatever. You know, when people get back into their right mind and then they don't understand that you was awake the whole time. And they left you with that ugly, whatever, demon, entity, energy, frequency, mood, whatever it is. And that's where you still at. Hello? With it. Do you feel me? Like nothing has changed for you. That was your experience of them. That was your memory of them. You know? So then when they change, if they change whoever they are, okay, you can't appreciate none of it because they left you with the nasty mood or the demon or the frequency or with you know what I'm saying? They left you with that. So that's what you remember. You know what I'm saying? And they be coming back like, what? You don't understand? You don't believe I've changed? Like, why the fuck would I believe you've changed? Do you feel me? Based on what? Hello? Right. Let's get the overall on this thing. Overall, here's the breakdown. Yeah, things change. And that's pretty constant. Change is constant. Also, all roads lead home is another layer that I'm getting. Because that's what they say in that card. That's the crossroads. They're standing on the sun and the whole world is in that card. All right? So do with that what you will. But everyone must come here is what they say in this card. Everyone must come here because this is the marketplace. Let me get you up close. Pow. This is the marketplace. Can you see that? Okay? Everybody's getting their bread, doing their livelihood, doing what it takes to be alive on the planet. Do you feel me? Bringing their gifts to the marketplace to exchange other people's gifts in the marketplace. Everybody got to come here in order to live, right? So, but it's the wheel, right? It's the wheel of fortune, though. Major arcana, major change. Major changes happen, you know? Like the earth not being the same anymore, that sort of thing. But on the all roads lead home thing, I'm getting that even if you part pathways with a person, if they are a divine child of God and they're following the protocols of law which are available to us all in the whole world, all roads lead home. You know what I mean? They don't have to walk with you. They can just walk their path, wherever that path may take them, and they will meet you back at headquarters. Do you feel me? All right? Wherever that is, you know, that could take the form of earth business, or that could be all the way till you're both dead. You know what I'm saying? And then you meet back up on the other side. You know, get off on your floor for whatever the situation is for you. Go into it, ancestors, creator. Here's the thing. The devil. Right. Okay, well, that's reasonable in terms of here's the thing to consider. And I said it's the little things, right? Devil's in the details. Devil's in the details is what I get there. You know, all roads lead home, but the devil is in the details. Okay? The road you take, I get the sensation, is an issue of life quality. Hello? Anybody? Hard rockers? Okay? Hard knock lifers? Holler if you hear me. You know what I'm saying? Quality of life and the path you choose, and the quality of your life can be drastically different from path to path. But yes, indeed, technically, all roads do indeed lead home. Okay, but that still leaves, which one would you prefer to be on? The one with the devil? Is all I'm saying. Okay, in terms of the forgiveness thing and the, you know, you don't have to you're not obligated. That's what that means. As soon as somebody crosses the threshold with this energy, you are no longer obligated to that person as a child of God. You dig what I'm saying? So again, I'm feeling like the children of God want to know that their heart is lighter than the feather. They want to know that before they put their heart on the scale. You know what I'm saying? That's what it looked like here, okay? It looks like you want to know that ahead of time because you don't want to fuck around and find out, right? Because you're smart. Because you're a child of God. Not only are you smart, but you were fortunate. Wheel of Fortune. You were fortunate to know enough to choose God. Listen, the devil is in the details, y'all. Hello? It's the little things. You know? You were fortunate to choose God, to know enough, to even have the presence of mind to make that decision. Good job. Put some respect on your own motherfucking name for that. Hello? Right. And maybe you might have to be torn apart. There's tearing here. She's wearing torn cloth. Okay, and that is a African ritual. I won't go into detail, but the bottom line is it's plugged into something that has a reason and a cause, and it requires a lot of torn fabric to make the costumes and stuff for the ritual. And that's what she's doing there. Let me get you up close. Okay, so the torn fabric, the wrenching, the tearing. They say there's a distinction between worlds that Oya establishes with her stormy behavior. And, sorry, hang on. Let me do this music thing for a second. Sorry, hold on. All right. So they say that Oya rips and tears the worlds apart from each other, right? There's a peaceful separation and her shit is just ripping it apart, right? But there's growth in this. There's growth in this lesson. Okay, we've been talking about God's tough love lately a lot. And maybe the last two readings, That's what I see here. Okay, in terms of the little things. You know, the apart thing, that's not the issue, right? Just like dying, that's not the issue. The issue is how. How do you die, right? In terms of, desirable, undesirable, right? Because, death is not so bad if we understand it properly, but it's all about the methodology. Am I right? Same principle here with you don't have to rebuild a relationship with everyone that you've forgiven. They can simply be released. There's growth. There will be growth. All roads lead home. Would you like to be friends by the time you get home? Do you feel me? So all of that is determined by what path we chose and how we walked it. You feel me? Because for instance, you could tell me about myself, or I could tell you about yourself, and I can end up, being disrespectful, inconsiderate, or you could, or, you know what I mean? And then we all learned something. We all learned that there was something really legitimately happening between us that needed to be addressed and corrected. But because of how we engaged in the process, there's so much karma created from it, that even though we've both gained now this new understanding and this evolutionary input and insight, we no longer can get along with each other. We can no longer have a relationship. You see what I'm saying? So, also sudden come up, by the way. Let's talk about money, shall we? Okay, hold on. Because let's go into systems and society and governments for a minute. You don't have to rebuild a relationship with everyone you've forgiven. Okay, so let's forgive society. Okay? Let's forgive society for its misdeeds. And that is to release it. That is to release it to change. It's a sudden change. Sudden change. Let's forgive it. Let's try to do better. But at the same time, no. You tried to kill me? We're not friends. You tried to kill me. We're done for life. Do you feel me? Hello? But that doesn't mean we have to be sitting around with a mean face. And that doesn't mean every time I see you, I gotta be like, fuck you, piece of shit. I don't have to do that. I don't have to do that. But, and maybe we can even say, hey, what's up? But we can't hang. We cannot hang. Okay? That sort of thing is what I'm picking up on. I hope you're chilling. Profound realization of self. You have to know thyself. You have to know thyself. You have to know what's good for you, is what I'm getting out of that. You have to know what's good for you. And even though you forgive somebody, that doesn't mean they're suddenly good for you. Like, okay, for example, you're in a relationship and someone offends your very soul with their behavior. They betrayed your very existence. You feel me? But of course, you still love this person. You deep in love. But you can't ignore this level of pain. It's too painful. It's so painful to you that it tore you apart, let's say. In a scenario like that. I'm not picking up on nobody in particular. But, and then let's say the person, whoever caused the problem, has a profound realization of self. You know what? I was so wrong. I was so wrong. But by the time they get back around this wheel, you, not only have they changed, you also have changed. Do you feel me? You have now learned that this person is not good for you. You've gone deep. You've seen the root causes and you're like, you know what? That's not my frequency. That's what this is. You see what I'm saying? So, the devil's in the details in terms of which path you choose and how that could drastically change your quality of life from path to path, is what I'm picking up on here. Yeah, I feel that, oh, by the way, forgiving society, because especially for anybody who felt marginalized by society, right? That's mostly the outcast people. You know, a lot of them are among us. Whatever the shit was before that was stopping us from King of Pentacling, okay? King of Pentacling. Whatever stopped us from doing that, whatever stopped us from the sudden come up, you know, to the levels, you feel me? Okay, the devil, sure. Okay, the devil. Now you know. Bang, profound realization of self. You've learned the difference between you and the ways that they, you know, the Luciferian way. You've learned the difference between the divine way and the Luciferian way. All right? And that's what this time was for, children of God. This time around the wheel. The season around the sun. Right? Because they're standing on the sun in that picture. Right? And then here we have the storms. Storms may come. Right? Storms may come. Okay? But now it's time to get back to business, because this is gain in the marketplace. Okay? This is respect for women's affairs. Okay? This is an expression of how the marketplace is an extension of the woman's life-giving function. Do you feel me? So, all right, like how my people, my brothers and sisters in the Middle East, they struggle with aligning with the feminine energy, and look at the result. Look at it. Right. Exactly. Okay? No bueno. Okay? No bueno right there. So, not that there's not good men, just let's not get confused about what I'm saying here. In the Middle East, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, you could still be Muslim, I feel, and respect women. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Cutting off the head of corruption, getting back into the rebuild a relationship, you know, with everyone you've forgiven. You ain't have to do that. So that goes into, that's an extension of Let the Tower Fall that we got in that last week. Okay, if you saw that. That's an extension of that, I feel, you know, because here we're just a step further than last week's message. We're just a step further. And I'm seeing women energy, feminine energy. This is still the non-binary floor, though. Okay, so just try to, you know, get a bird's eye view. I see a formidable, this is the most formidable female incarnation, you know, of all the people. You know, in the deck. And, you know, because she will advance toward you, is what I want to say. She will advance toward you. The Queen of Wands will also advance toward you, but the way that the Queen of Swords does it, you won't know you're dead until you're already dead. You won't know you've been cut off until you're already cut off. You won't know what happened until it's already done. You know what I'm saying? So the Queen of Wands, you're going to feel the burn with her. You know? You're going to feel the weight with the Queen of Pentacles. You know? You're going to feel inundated and overwhelmed with the Queen of Cups. But right here, you ain't going to know shit till it's too late. You feel me? Sudden change. You see what I'm saying? And that's why the devil's in the details, because not only does the Wheel of Fortune spin, apparently, but it spins at top fucking speed. Look like here. You know? And it stops. It alternates. It's alternating current. That's the law of the universe. It's alternating current. Stops, and it'll be stopped, and suddenly that shit will take off at warp speed. And if you're not strapped in, that's you're just the juice, the film on the other side of the room on the wall. You dig it out? That's what you become. You become the design. Hello? And the example of what you don't do up in this universe. That's what I see here. So in applying it to, you don't have to rebuild a relationship with everyone you've forgiven. This is something you have to understand. By the time they understand, it'll be too late. So what does that mean? What is You know, it's the detail inside the details. What that means is if you don't warn them ahead of time, it's done. So whatever you feel about it, tearing, torn apart, whatever you feel about it, get ready for that. Get ready to feel that. You dig what I'm saying? Because you will have to cut. You will cut off the head of corruption. And if that head is sitting on the body of somebody you love, you got to get your emotions stable. Because the devil, much is at stake. Much is at stake. You cannot delay 1 second. If you are 1 second late dealing with this devil, you're done. A person, not you, children of God, because of course you are the children of God. So profound. Listen. You see, I'm getting a check yourself here, and I'm getting a check yourself in the sense of we have to live here. We have to live in the place of check. We have to be ever checked. Okay? Ever checked. I like that. Okay, so yeah, we have to be ever checked. We have to be just the example of checked. You know, in the sense of God's grace. Here, the grace and mercy of safe passage. You feel me? If something is not healthy, if something is corrupt, if something is toxic, you don't have to let it rock. And you don't have to feel no way about it. Do you understand me? You don't have to feel no way about it. Now, I know there's a lot of details to that. If you care about the person and and they become corrupt, you know? So, you know, my heart goes out to you and me in those moments, but you don't have to feel no way about it. You know how people be feeling like, but I've changed, but you're being rigid, but you're not being flexible, but you're being judgmental. Like this is the range of possible responses you could get from a person who fucked up, has now realized they fucked up, is coming back, but is not getting the response that they hope for. And then suddenly they might start acting like a victim. Hello? Right. So you got to be firm, like the King of Pentacles. You got to be firm. You have to have a profound realization of self. You cannot come and start doubting, because here come the devil, that's why. The devil doesn't want you to go after what you passionately want, okay? But on the flip side, there's an element of the Luciferian method that we will embrace, I feel, is what I'm seeing here. And I feel is what I've been picking up on this past week's, lessons and experiences. I feel that I've been picking up on, you know what? Is there a such thing as taking a page out of the devil's book? Because bust the meaning of that card, throwing caution to the wind. Going forth without thought to the effects that you're having. Do you feel me? And toxicity. So toxicity not in the sense of perpetuation, but toxicity in the sense of sanitation. You got to get dirty to clean up the garbage. Right? That requires getting dirty. So you see what I'm saying? I think there's a divine place where, right, use one of these pages out of this book to say, yeah, fuck that. Fuck corruption. And no, I'm not sorry. Do you feel me? But that's not so much toward the person as it is toward the principle. Do you see what I'm saying? Like, you don't have to have that fire toward the person like they're intrinsically bad or they're the devil. They're not the devil. Okay? But they could embrace the devil. They could embrace his ways. They can follow his ethics or lack thereof. And therefore, they might as well be the devil. You have to understand your obligation. As the Van Helsing of the shit. You know what I'm saying? I hope this is making some kind of sense. For sacrifice, you have to. I just said that. All right? Here's the receipt. Let me move this over for you. Yeah, you have to. You have to, like Abraham. You have to, like Jonah. You have to, like Christ. Okay. And this is what else you have to do. See the matrix code behind the illusion. That's good. I want to know more about that. See the matrix code, because you know the devil's in the details. That's why. So I want to see more about what does that mean and how do you do that. Okay. Let's go into the devil, y'all. By the way, let's make some announcements. I'm gonna start passing around the collection plate pretty soon. I know that we are few, so my heart rocks. I'll be expecting you over at Patreon going forward. If it is within your power. All right. Many money blessings to you. And I will definitely put out some money readings. I'll add that to my repertoire going forward, just so my people on the free side can get some critical information to start, you know, generating that cashola, get that sudden change, that sudden come up juice. All right. But this is a brave new world. Okay. So come on along. All right. And if money's the problem, I'm going to hook you up with some special insights about that. And it's not going to be the problem. And then when you get your money, come break a sister off. Don't play. Don't act like you didn't hear me. Okay. So that's that. Everybody else who, you know, you can handle it, come on through the Patreon. I need to filter. I need to do some filtering. You know what I'm saying? And we need to build the kingdom around here. Okay. So passing around the collection plate going forward. Keep that in mind. Also, hey, started the, what do you call this thing? Etsy shop. Etsy shop is open. Okay. The Shadowworks Supply Company is open for business. All right. I'm going to put that information down below for everyone. Maybe I'll find a way to put it in this video. Maybe not. Okay. But I'm going to put it down below. See if you want anything in there, because I mean there's cute shit in there. You know what I'm saying? If I must say so myself, it's cute shit. More to come. But that's our, you know, skeleton crew of items in there. All right. So go check those out. See if you can use anything. Beyond that, let's go on. The devil. You were saying, ancestors, please forgive me. Okay. You the ancestors, boo. Thank you, ancestors. Thank you. I love you. That's why the devil doesn't like you. Do you understand? That's why the devil doesn't like you, children of God. Because y'all are the children of God. Not only that, it's just like what the Christians told us. It's just like what they said. They said that he was jealous of the grace that God gave us. And that's when he started losing his mind. Remember? Okay? They said that. And then look. Don't it feel like that in life? Right. Jealous. What's this? He could have been down. Do you see what I'm saying in terms of, yeah, all roads lead home, but the quality of life shifts drastically from path to path. Come on, y'all. Okay? You want to be the ancestors' boo. Am I right, children of God? Right. So that's what you have to understand about not rebuilding a relationship with everyone that you forgive. Because where would you come up with that idea that you had to do that? Pressure. Right. Pressure. Obligation. Tradition. Right. Somebody's applying pressure. This is externally forced sacrifice. Not you decided to make a sacrifice. Something put pressure on you and you had to let go. That's what this represents. Okay? This is a zombie. She has no will. Her will is just out of reach. Think about the grisly nature of that. Her will is just out of reach. It's swirling around her as the smoke swirling around her. It's right there. It's right there. But she is completely powerless. Her mouth is sewn shut and she is bound by this serpent, this wisdom rope, okay, is binding her because I guess some sort of wisdom was absent and therefore the will has been removed. You see what I'm saying? So it's the same principle as if somebody tried to kill you or somebody tried to be the devil towards you or let the devil at you or whatever that it is. And this one is more cataclysmic leaning, okay? Because mild is mild, you know, in this scenario. If it's cataclysmic, then it's cataclysmic. You feel me? And so that's the importance of understanding that you don't have to rebuild a relationship with everybody you've forgiven. It's for you to understand that the stakes are high. That's what you got to understand. If somebody would try to destroy your very existence, you can't afford to turn your back on them again, ever in life. It's like what I was saying about The Exorcist. Like my homegirl in The Exorcist who got possessed by the devil. Okay. Would you ever be able to trust that child again, ever in your life? And that's not to say the devil isn't gone. He appears to be gone if she's healed and she appears to be, you know? Like I've said this before, but maybe some of you didn't see that one. You know what I mean? And you can't fucking levitate and throw shit with telekinesis around the room and your head spins around and then you're okay, everything's fine, I'm all healed and we're back friends, buddies, and I completely trust you. No, that will never happen again. Complete trust will never happen again between us. Now I'm not going to try to attack you. You seem well. You seem like you got healed. The priest came by, everything seemed to have worked out. You know what I'm saying? In a scenario like that. But I can't ever trust you again. Because how did that happen? That's why. How did that happen? You feel me? That's all. Okay? And you can't afford it. Is all I'm saying, children of God. You cannot afford to allow this devil into your life. Or any kind of corruption. Because you may lose your will. You may lose your will. You may lose your power. Mother of storms, lightning that struck the tower. You may lose your fortune, the grace that God gave you, the ability to see past the illusion to the matrix code, your profound realization of self. You could lose all that if you don't understand not to align yourself with people who would allow this devil to infiltrate. Again, that's not to say they're bad. That's not to say they won't make it to the promised land, so to speak. That's not to say they're not the ancestors' boo. That's to say quality of life is drastically different depending on which path you choose. The future, the abundant future is on the line. This is what this devil is after. Hello? They do not, or whatever's evil, does not want the children of God making more children of God and moving on into the future. Because this motherfucker knows his days are numbered in terms of power on this planet. He knows that better than we do. Hello? He's trying to get the legacy to end now while he still has a chance. Otherwise, all is lost for this guy. Yes, okay. See? The forgiveness. See? The arrogance of the past causing destruction. And then what's still the potential of what's still left here. You know, because you know how to conduct yourself and you stay, what do you call it? You stay stable within yourself. Profound realization of self. Stable within the self. Remember we was talking about that last week. That is what provides for the potential of the future. If everybody is the Clash of Titans and there's no grounding force, you dig what I'm saying? Then there's no light at the end of the tunnel. See what I'm saying? You have to ground electricity so that you can harness it to turn on the light. Do you feel me? Up on this planet. Hello? Right. The devil doesn't want us generating light on this planet. He wants it to be very dark. Well, because he's ugly and slimy and disgusting and greasy and doesn't want to be seen in his true form. Because even he is disgusted by it. And rightfully so. That's how you know the devil's not that crazy. That's how you know. Well, you know enough to avoid your own reflection. You're not that stupid. You know what I'm saying? Mutual respect. That's the abundant future. Oh, I'm so sorry. There we go. I'm so sorry. The abundant future. Okay. Is based on mutual respect. This is also what can be achieved if there's a grounding force for all of this stormy energy in the light of this devil. Do you feel me? So essentially, the children of God, in a scenario where you're on this, weird neither world in a particular relationship where you're facing the opportunity to choose the path of rebuilding a relationship with someone or someone's or, whatever. Person, place, a thing, life, company, whatever. You're at this place, perhaps, or when you are at this place. Okay, I'm sorry. I got a lot of thoughts. Just give me a minute. Yeah. We don't have to rebuild the same way, and we don't have to rebuild the same thing. Do you feel me? I don't know. I can't get it out. I can't get it out the way I'm feeling it right now, so I'm going to just keep moving. I feel that doesn't really do it justice, what I said. Okay. Hear me and feel me for best results. Death of the ego. All of this is lost upon choosing the devil's path. All of this is lost. So why is that important to you? Because you've already chosen the divine path. It's important to you because if you forgive, and decide not to now be super picky about every person you let into your inner circle, you're facing the loss of ego. You're facing the loss of the ancestors' favor, God's favor. And by favor, I mean the feeling of God's favor. Because you got God's favor. But the devil, by you allowing someone who you know is already shown themselves to be not up to the task, let's put it that way. That means that they're a vulnerability of yours if you got them inside your sanctuary. They're a vulnerability of yours if you got them inside your circle. They are the weakest link. That's what that means. And I don't mean that to be cavalier or dismissive, but I mean that to be accurate and technical. Because your life, according to this mathematics, is absolutely going to take shape with this kind of material. Okay? This is the material it's going to be made of. This is going to be the new fabric of your life. You feel me? Okay? So, let's move on. Oh, bursting free from limiting beliefs. Let's talk about that. Right. Surrender to the superior power of the spirit. See, weakness. Weakest link. See? This is the strength card. It's the strength card. Major Arcana. That's the strength card in my deck. You see what I'm saying? It is going to be the weakest link. That person is going to be the weakest link. And you know what I'm seeing here with the King of Pentacles and the Knight of Wands energy is somebody older, more mature, more grounded. Again, it doesn't have to be about age, but it's about maturity. And then here the young energy, the hasty hothead, right? And we've all visited this, right? If we're lucky, we've all visited this. You dig what I'm saying? But these are the stakes. That's what I feel like I'm seeing. These are the stakes. Because if the hasty movement is taken, remember now the devil is uppermost in this pillar. If the hasty movement is taken, then you're facing a possible death of the ego and leaning back on the spirit, and it's not there to support you because you are not there to support it. You could forfeit and be forced to sacrifice your grace, your divine grace, by giving preference to someone against God's directives. You feel me? Okay? So, and this is just because we've talked about things like this before, but this is to get into the granular details of when you've decided or you're about to decide whether or not to forgive someone, or someone makes an offering for the devil energy. Like, hey, I apologize. That was devil energy and that wasn't right. You know what I mean? And you can accept that. You can say, yeah, that wasn't right. That hurt my feelings. You know what I mean? Or whatever you have to say about it. And then you can let it go. You can. But you still have to have your own back. The stakes are too high for you to ever forget that shit happened. Period. It's too easy not to be greasy. Oh, I need to put that on a t-shirt. Okay, watch that show up in the boutique. It's easy not to be greasy. Okay, that is what I'm saying here. But I think that certain people, now let's talk about the grease, because I think the greasiness, there's people who's greasy and they know they're greasy. Hello? But then there's people who's oily. Okay, not quite greasy, but oily, approaching greasy. Okay, approaching greasy. But they don't really know that it's greasy. Like they can't appreciate that they are approaching greasy. All right, because they're really children of God who are under attack. You know what I'm saying? They're under attack, and they are not wise enough, and they don't have profound enough of a understanding of their self to see through the illusion to the matrix code, to know that it's best to have a dead ego ahead of time. Don't let nobody have to come and embarrass you, because that doesn't feel good. Hello? Right. And the devil loves that too much. Don't try to please him. Don't let him get a happy moment. Okay? Yeah. So, you know what I'm saying? I hope you're getting something out of that. I really do. Let's go further. Central axis. Ancestors. It's facts. I know that. Thank you, ancestors, because I was feeling like, am I getting anywhere here? Am I saying it right? I certainly hope and I intend for you to get some good juice out of this. All right? That is my sincerest hope and prayer. Facts. Put some respect on my name. Put some respect on your name. Put some respect on God's name. Put some respect on the ancestor's name. Put some respect on the devil's name. Understand that each character that the Creator created is to be respected as that. The Creator created it is to be respected as that. That's including this dude. That doesn't mean... Hello? Right. That doesn't mean we have to sit down and break bread with this motherfucker. That's not what respecting the devil means. It means respect your limits. He's the limit guy. You feel me? It means respect the line. That's the line guy. Because how many know if you cross the line, in general, in any instance, if you cross the line, things start to heat up. Things start to get chaotic until it becomes frenzied and it becomes toxic. That's facts. No matter what it is. You know what I'm saying? You cross a line at the supermarket at the wrong time, it's going to become toxic. If it's a relationship, that's going to become toxic. If you cross the line the wrong way in front of the cops, that's going to get toxic. If you do it at the bank, that's going to be toxic. Like, that's the law. No matter where you applying this shit at. Hello? Right. So this dude is line dude. That's line dude. Okay? And this is the extremes, right? Because all the ancestors have their way of setting a boundary or setting a tone or a precedent about a thing. Right? Of defining areas. Okay, this dude is about the outer furthermost area from God. That's the line he represents. That's the line you don't ever want to cross. Hello? Right. Right. Don't cross that line because God put that line there. Leave it right there. Okay? Unless God says so. Do you feel me? Do you feel me? And because you have respect for this entity, because you have respect for the devil and what the devil represents in the fine details of your life, in the fine details of the quality of life, because you respect that, you don't sit down and break bread with him. Because you respect that, you never turn your back on this motherfucker. Because you respect that, you always keep your motherfucking side out on this motherfucker. Hello? Exactly. So you see what I'm saying? So anybody who leagues up and joins up with this dude is automatically suspect. Automatic. Nothing personal. But the stakes are too high, ladies and gentlemen. The entire fortune is on the line. What fortune? The divine fortune of God's divine grace playing out on this planet. Hello? We need the children of God for that. Do you feel me? We're the ones, and God did so much work on us that we can't let it go to waste by trying to be over nice to people and compromising our allegiance with God. We can't let it happen. But by all means, forgive people because you know what it is. We are not the judges. We are not the judges of people. You feel me? We can't tell nobody, hurry up, except to say, I really want you to be there. You know, but we can't say hurry up in the sense of, do what I say. You can't, once you're talking to adults, you can't say that. You can't say hurry up and, like you shouldn't do that. It's rude. You know what I'm saying? Okay. But you could say hurry up, I really want to see you, or I really want us to be together this way or that way. That's okay. Be excited. Be sweet. Be a sweet baby lamb. That's fine. But ultimately you have no say. It's their choice. What path they choose, Facts. Stay on the throne. No corruption is welcome. None. Razor sharp precision on this, y'all. I get the sensation the ancestors are not playing. And they're just informing us of what God is saying. They're just informing us of what the law is and making sure we can have precision, because we be having a foggy idea, right? Like my film was just foggy. Like the camera was just foggy a little while ago. We have a foggy idea, and it can be well informed and, helpful. Badass even, it could be all of that. But the ancestors are trying to make sure that we have surgical precision. And you need ancestors for that. You dig what I'm saying? You need that body of data that they have. You need the powers that they have to float through walls, influence minds, influence hearts, change frequencies. Like literally, you need that equipment. Literally. Okay? And that enhances the quality of your life. You see what I'm saying? That's when it gets to be God over everything. That's when it gets to be more important than money. That's when it gets to be more important than materials. When you start to see how these dots connect and how they impact the quality of your life. And then you could see you could have all the money in the world and still want to jump off the building. Hello? Where you could have peace and love in your life and not have a dime in your pocket because of the grace of God makes that difference. Do you feel me? You ain't really rich until you have the grace of God. So having money and the grace of God, that's what's up. You have totally achieved some shit. Hello? You have totally achieved some shit. Not because money is such an important value so much as it is the illusion of value. You have to see past that to the true value and the true power that you're being given by having that kind of money. You know what I'm saying? And not go running off to Tahiti like me. You know what I'm saying? You know, still be reporting for duty, still be grounded in your discipline, still be rock solid soldier of God. You feel me? So stay on the throne. Going where demons and angels fear to tread. The veteran. Okay, because we just, okay, right, okay. So favorable outcome. Unmoved. Okay. Remaining seated within the self. Profound realization of self, remaining seated in the self. Okay? Right next to each other. You see how, everything is connected? You see what I'm saying? Everything is connected. That is very deep. So going where demons and angels fear to tread, and that for me means possibly still walking away from something or someone that you care about, even though you've forgiven whatever the transgression might have been in those moments. I don't know if you're going through this right now, but this is what they want to talk about right now. So I'm going to just rock with that. You know what I'm saying? So, doing what you and only you can do, walking your path, and putting down the truth and standing on the truth. Okay, and sitting on the truth. Okay, that's where your throne lies, and that is what earns you. Ironically, this is the card that represents the will, right next to the card that represents the loss of will. Come on, y'all. Come on, they doubling down. This is do what thou wilt. Do what you and only you can do, walking your unique path. Okay, your truth. Ace of Swords energy, as the kids say, your truth. Okay, so, hello? And understanding the scope of that truth, how much of that truth is circumstantial, and how much of that truth is the enduring deep truth of God. Profound realization of self. You got to know all that about yourself. You know what I'm saying? You got to expand your awareness. This is a coming of age card. This is the world card. I want you to just observe 3 major arcana. 3 in a row. Bottom line, central axis. The loss of will, the fullness of will. Loss of will. What do you mean by that, ancestors? Well, I mean, you know how you got willpower and the power to choose? Yeah, you won't have that. If you don't know how to cause a storm, tear something apart, get away from something, strike something with lightning, if you don't know how to bring it when it's time to be brought, if you don't know how to make sudden change based on facts, hello? And remain seated within yourself, understanding your place as a soldier of God. To go where demons and angels fear to tread, it is something fearful to live without certain people, places, or things. But if they become corrupted, you better do just that. Do you feel me? Because the stakes are motherfucking high. Because case is closed over here. Now you could be cases closed at the party, or you could be cases closed outside the party, hating from outside the party. As Cat Williams would say, shout out to Cat Williams. Hello? Right. Child of God. Exactly. Okay. Child of God. Thank you. So, all right. Look at us. Look at us getting all into our separate teams like this. Oh, it's very deep. So this is what I see here. You have to sacrifice the fact that you would prefer to get along with a person, or prefer to be working here, or prefer to make your money this way, or you would prefer, you got to get all over that. You got to get all over that. You dig what I'm saying? You got to get over that whole thing, because you want to be inside the party. Okay? The ancestors' party. You want to be inside the ancestors' party, and you don't want to be outside the ancestors' party. Look like it. Okay? Absolutely. So you have to. I'm seeing you as a bouncer. I think I'm seeing you as a bouncer here with this Queen of Swords energy at the ancestors party. You feel me? And you're working as a bouncer. That's how you got to come to the party. You know what I'm saying? And that's what you're doing there. That's a privilege. You know? That's a privilege to be bouncing people at the door, right? Mother of storms. You got to bring a storm. Even if people are like, oh, and that's not, I'm not trying to make fun of them. Okay? Just so you know. I'm not trying to make fun of them. But that's a very real thing when you have a big heart and you love somebody, or you just love people, or you don't feel no kind of way about this particular person or whatever it is. You know, it's like, damn. You know, I don't want to tell you you can't come into the party, but I'm in charge of the door. If I let you in without permission, that's my ass. Simple as that. And they're reiterating on that. Yes, that's quite right. Facts. That's your ass. That's quite right. Do you feel me? So you got to tell that to the people who want your forgiveness. Listen, I forgive you. You know, but I can't take that karma off your record, though. You still got to pay for that. You know? You still got to pay for that. And it's quite out of your hands, priesthood, because you're not the judge of these people. It's quite out of your hands. Because if you step out of line, you already know. The creator is going to get toxic on you. That's basically what we're saying here. The creator got something for that ass. Hello? Right. Right. And I don't want none. I don't know about y'all. I don't want none of this devil business. Hello? That looked like the ass whooping of all time. No thank you. No thank you to that, is what I have to say to that. Hello? So, is all I'm saying. So you don't have the authority to let anybody slide. Even if you want to be sweet or nice, or you want to forgive them or forget what happened or act like it never happened. Listen, I feel that you need the ancestors or the creator to work with you directly in order to know when and where that's acceptable. I don't think that should be based on any other human being's point of view. Do you feel me? Because the stakes are so high. You know, I can't tell somebody, oh yeah, forgive them, you know, forget. I can say what I think, you know, and I can say, hey, I think this, you know, but don't just add the ancestors, because I'm telling you right now, the stakes are too high. I don't want to be responsible. If this motherfucker turned out to still be the devil or get possessed by the devil again and then attack you, and then you're looking at me funny and you're, oh no, nope. Okay, is all I'm saying. Nope. That's how serious that is. That's how serious that looks to me, y'all. Confidence. Attracting what you want wanting you. Confidence, creativity. You feel me? So what I'm getting out of that is the extreme, you know, it's got to be one way or the other way. For instance, if you know you're wrong about something, like for instance, okay, let's say it's a lover scenario. Oh, these are my favorite, right? So if it's a lover scenario, and let's say you fucked up, ladies, I know it's rare, okay, but let's say you fucked up, right? That is my favorite shit. Not to fuck up, I never want to fuck up, but if I do and it's authentic and I'm found guilty in my own eyes, making up for what you've done can be some of the most rewarding shit that ever happens in your relationship, and maybe even for yourself. You know, the things you will learn for yourself, you know, about yourself, about the person that you hurt. You know, it's one of those, if it doesn't kill you, you know, what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. It's one of those. It's one of those. Because you quite don't have a choice. Either you can't do it and the relationship is going to die, or you can do it and it's going to be stronger. There's really no in between. You know what I'm saying? So as you're making up with your man, ladies, let's say, or your woman, whatever it is, I I love to, pour it on all the honey sauce on there, because you gotta dish out extra honey sauce, since you fucked up. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it's up to you to bring the honey sauce. Nobody has to bring it. They can bring salt, if they wanted to. If they don't, that's kind of them. But they have the right to bring salt because you're the one who fucked up. You dig what I'm saying? But then you get a chance to, be really demonstrative. You get a chance to really be creative. That could turn very sexy, ladies and gentlemen. That could turn very fucking sexy. When the ego dies. Yeah, like you could just murder your own ego in front of your man. Just slice your ego's throat just right in front. Like, baby, you see what I'm willing to do for you, motherfucker? I'm offering you the blood of my ego, nigga. Like, oh, hello? I'm sorry to drop the N-bomb, but it was just a passionate moment right there for me. And you know what I'm saying? And that right there, that's something they haven't seen. They haven't seen you do that. They haven't seen anyone do that. Now y'all motherfuckers is closer than ever. Hello? Facts. Because you just made a sacrifice that can't be denied. Now, motherfucker, am I sorry? Did you get the receipt? Okay. Well, then I guess we back together then. Okay? Hello? These motherfuckers be playing. Trying to act like, oh, I don't gotta call you. I can live without you. Listen, you done missed all the sexiness that was on the table here. You done missed all the sexiness. Okay? Oh, man. Listen, people be leaving money on the table. I promise you that. But anyhow, creativity, sexuality, what you want wants you. Profound realization of self. And that's how it all works out perfectly. You see what I'm saying? 10 of Cups, baby. Hello? 10 of Cups. All is well. When you understand yourself on that level, when you have that level of confidence, when you are ready and have the presence of mind to use your creative gifts in a moment of trouble with this devil. You know what I'm saying? Steer this motherfucking boat. Steer this bitch. Hello? Don't just be like, oh, the boat's floating off course. I don't know what we're going to do. I guess we're going over the cliff. I don't, like, motherfucker, you are the captain now, I said a couple of readings ago. Hello? Right. Get in there and captain this bitch. Hello? Facts is what I'm getting off of that. Listen. The mercy and grace of safe passage. Okay? Got a lot of style, got a lot of Tiffany on me, is what I'm getting over there. You got to fan yourself off. You got to cool it down. Hello? Profound realization of self. That's a must. You have to cool it down so you can have the presence of mind to look past the illusion and see the matrix code. These are the technical steps. And that's a must on this. Because this, if it's unleashed, hello? Without creative guidance, if this energy is unleashed, you're going to end up here in the devil energy. Then you're going to lose your power and authority. They're going to tell you you can't work the door anymore because they're not going to trust you at the door. If they put you out the door as a bouncer, that means that you have been given a place of honor in the whole dynamic, in the operation, in the company, in the building. Okay? If the devil gets in on your watch, you and he will be escorted from the building. Do you feel me? And you will be marked for life every time you come in that building. It's not that you won't be forgiven. If you come to terms with the shit, the creator will let you back in the building, so to speak, my building. If you're new here, I got a building. And, you know, and then that's going to be your mark. You're going to be that person. That's who you're going to be to everyone. The person who did that. Okay, you're going to have to wear that. You could do that. You could wear your scars with style, but that will be up to you to work all that out. You know, and to have the self-esteem to still show your face in public type of shit. You know what I mean? You would have to carry all of that. And people will be able to respect that eventually. But at first, you don't want to be feeling like you got the scarlet letter on you. No one wants to feel that way. So the best thing I could do is tell you ahead of time and impart to you what the ancestors are telling me. Do you feel me? This is what we can do to prevent that from happening. Okay? And then also this is what you can do to ease your heart and mind, to keep the peace in your atmosphere. Profound realization of self, well seated within the self. You know, ease your mind. If you have to walk away from something, walk away, because you know what? You really don't have a choice anyway, just like they were saying in the last reading, because the stakes are too high. Careful emotional decisions. Hello? Last week I said live here. Careful emotional decisions. That's the same point they're making, and that's how you get the mercy and grace of safe passage. By checking yourself and being ever checked. Be ever checked. Okay? Don't be afraid of being checked if you're being checked by a skillful checking practitioner. Okay? A skillful checking practitioner. Critical. That's right, because you don't want to slip. You see what I'm saying? You don't want to slip and fall and lose your footing and fall down and break your crown. You feel me? You don't want to do that. You want to meet your obligation to, at the very least, your fucking self. And that is including God. God goes without saying if you're new here. You know what I'm saying? At the very least, to your fucking self. What would you like? What kind of life would you like? What kind of quality of life would you like? Do you feel me? And this is right now and in the context of relationships and forgiving people. And wanting to be good. Remember, we're redefining goodness. We're redefining goodness. Okay? Because goodness is subjective. We need to get down to the brass tacks on what is good. What is the thing that doesn't change about goodness no matter what the circumstances are. We got to get down to there. Okay? In order to pull this off. Look, the tower. That's how good it's going to be upon these wise actions. That's how good it's going to be. 10 of Pentacles. Careful emotional decisions. You're going to change the whole game. And what floor is this on? The floor where you got to see the matrix code. Are you picking up what I'm putting down? Hello? Empire? Emperor? Tower. Are you picking this up? Profound realization of self. You mean like Neo finding out he was the one? Right. And then tackling this whole matrix problem creatively for everything to work out perfectly. Hello? Right. That's us, y'all. It's the change. It's occurring. And you have to understand how to operate in this world because it's going to keep changing. You know, it's going to change. The Mayans said that after 2012, the world would leap forward exponentially in change. You know, so one change is okay, it's like that, and maybe it's like that for 5 days, and then the next change is going to happen 2 days later, and it's only going to be that way for a day, and then the next change is going to happen a couple of hours after that, and it's going to only be that way for 10 minutes. So you see what I'm saying? Before the next huge change takes place is my point. Okay? And so even though it's changing and we're like, okay, it changed from what it was. No, you don't get it. You don't get it. Not just is it going to change from what it was, it's going to change from that and that and that and that exponentially. That's what the Mayans said. It looks like that. Look just like that to me, y'all. Look, go back to 2012 and look at this world now. What? And this is just the beginning. We just getting popping, really, with the change. You know what I'm saying? So, boom, wrap it up, ancestors. Anyhow, the game about to change. This is major. You about to change the game. You're a part of the change, and you need to know how to navigate the change. That's what I see here. This is part of the navigation. That's what's going to help you know who's your friend and who's not your friend. That's what's going to help you know who's your ally and who's not your ally. You're going to need to know that. Skin color is not going to tell you that. Economic status is not going to tell you that. All of the things we used to, use to like, okay, you're that kind of person. Oh, okay, you're that. None of that's we're not gonna be able to look at the surface and be able to tell. Unless we are generating light. You dig what I'm saying? unless we are generating this God frequency. That's the only way people are going to see us as different. Otherwise, we won't be able to tell, like, oh yeah, my brother, you black, I'm black, you know, you my brother. That could be your murderer. That could be your drug dealer. That could be your heartbreaker. You better keep your fucking eyes open. Hello? Or, hey, sis, look at that. You know what I'm saying? Fine ass. You know what I'm saying? That's my woman. Or that could be your warden. Or that could be your betrayer. Or that could be the poisonous bitch that put some sort of shit in your food. Or that's the one that tried to lock you into being with her for life by having a baby that you didn't even want to have with her. Or taking away a baby. I mean, listen, people, we got to be quiet. We got to be careful out here. Okay, not quiet, careful. We got to be careful. The stakes are high. And now with everything that's happening in the world, we don't have time. We don't have time for these little dramas we used to be going through. Like, oh, my boyfriend, my girlfriend. Yo, the earth, bro, the aliens, AI. You know what I'm saying? We got bigger fish to fry, people. So whoever can't hang can't fucking hang. And that's nothing personal. That's nothing personal. And that's not to say people can't grow. But that's to say it's really out of your hands, and that is to say you are not qualified to judge anybody for better or for worse, whether you judge them highly or you don't. You are not qualified. And I mean that with all the love. You dig what I'm saying? That's to don't get your fucking ass caught up in no devil business. That's all I'm saying. Reach out. Holler at us. Says the ancestors. Holler at us. And divine time is a thing. The wheel of fortune is plugged into divine timing. That's what y'all need to understand about this wheel of fortune, which I think we do. Or we know about it. But let's get a deeper understanding, I feel. Right? Divine timing, reaching out for an opportunity to connect, connection to your ancestors. Helping hands. Feel me? Ask for help. Don't think you know. Ask for help. Feel me? Ask for insight. Ask for clarity. Queen of Swords. Ace of Swords. Ask for clarity. Face your fears. Face your fears. Do what's necessary according to your training. Don't worry about the unfamiliarity of it. Don't worry about that. You don't need to worry about that. Face your fears. Reach out. Reach out for help. Ask the ancestors for help. Ask the Creator for help. You dig what I'm saying? Okay. Ask God. Ask God for help. You dig what I'm saying? Major arcana right there. And you gotta face your fears. Okay. So to me, it's kind of like you know, how you operate, you know, like ethics. You know, like, are you operating ethically? That's what I get. Ethical growth. Give me some more. Give me some more. I just want more icing. Okay, so are we afraid? What are we afraid of? I guess we're afraid. Somebody's afraid to reach out and connect. Probably to you, children of God. I'm going to get probably to you, because what would you be afraid of? You know? Okay. Well, anyhow. There's a face your fears, face your fears. Transcend your demons, face your fears, face your fears. Be ready for anything. Stand at attention. Be ready. Look alive out there. Type of thing. You know? I don't know what the fear is. You know, judgment maybe? Okay? Maybe the children of God feel that other children of God would judge them. And you know what? Those must be the class, freshman, sophomore class. You know what I'm saying? Because, whoever thinks that, I just want to hug them. You know what I'm saying? Whoever thinks they have to worry about the other children of God judging them, we all been through a lot on this planet. You dig what I'm saying? And we don't even know how to trust somebody sometimes. We don't even know how. And I feel that there's legitimate cause. Devil's loose. There's legitimate cause for that shit. You feel me? But I just feel like, wow, you know how it is when you trustworthy and you know that about yourself, and you care for people, but there's people around you, distant or not, or close. It doesn't matter. They're connected to you. They're inside your conscious reality somehow. But they don't really know that kind of care is available to them because they don't know who to trust, because you can't tell by looking at people. You can't even tell by listening to them a lot of the time. They might talk a good game. Hello? And then totally flip the script. That's why you got to hear me and feel me. That's why. Right. Because the devil, that silver-tongued devil, have we ever heard of that? Right. This motherfucker's a word wizard. Oh, he could bust out some words on your ass and have you all up in your head thinking that he's divine. So you see what I'm saying? That's why you need God. That's why you need the ancestors. They will help you filter the information and help you properly. That's why you got to operate by the protocols, because that's essentially them putting safeguards in place to be able to give you the time that you need to go ahead in a situation, turn away from the devil and go call them for backup. That takes time. That's a process. The process of realizing you need help, of trying your best, however long that takes, realizing, okay, this is not enough, I need more help, and then this motherfucker's on your ass quite possibly. You need to buy time so that you can do whatever you need to do for the ancestors to understand the level that you on with the come on through. You dig what I'm saying? So it's like calling for backup. You might have like 2 or 3 spirits on you all the time, but perhaps today, when you're being attacked by the devil, you need 20 to 100. And I'm kind of thing, or maybe you need everybody to show up. God, bring the whole family, you know what I'm saying, type of shit. And this is what they're trying to buy you by telling you to follow these protocols, because the stakes are too high in terms of you don't have to rebuild a relationship with everyone you forgive. Yes, forgiveness is right. That's the thing you're properly supposed to do. But don't ever put your back to this devil again. And if that person is showing themselves to be able to be infiltrated that way, then that includes them. Don't ever offer them your back. Always keep your eye. Always stay ready for anything. Okay? And they got to wear that. They got to wear that until God takes it off of them. You don't have the authority to take it off of them, even if you feel like forgiving them. Leave that mark on them so you don't forget to watch your fucking back. Let that be as a lesson to you, is all I'm saying. It doesn't mean now you under the illusion that that person is the devil. No, the devil does what the devil does. This is life. This is earth, y'all. We can forgive each other. Yes, we can. Yes, we can. But don't ever fucking forget. Hello? God is behind it all. Do you feel me? About this transcending of the fear, about this transcending of the devil, the demons, facing your demons, reaching out to the ancestors for help. The Creator is training you in your protocols in moments like this. The Creator is training you to see, are you following the protocols? You get reviews, you get assessments. That's how we do it here. So the Creator's behind it all. Like I said, razor surgical precision. You got to overlook that. You got to supervise that. That's what God's doing. God is supervising that. God is in the lab, creating us, building us, tinkering, surgically removing things. And then say, okay, now go ahead. Now work, go. And then see how we work. and be like, and then sometime we get called back to the lab. Okay, this, and this got to change. Let's, let's open this one up and put them under anesthesia or whatever, And the Creator's working on us. So we got to let that happen. We got to go with that. We got to go with that. And we got to follow our protocols. Okay? God wants us to transcend our demons about forgiving people and not let ourselves be guilty, for cutting people off when it's necessary, when they've let the devil in. That's your divine calling. That's your purpose. You are the bouncer at the door. If somebody gets past you at the door, what the fuck are you for? If the devil gets into the party, to the ancestor party, the ancestors need to be able to relax and party. How many know? Okay? How many can imagine that to be true? Hello? And you don't want to turn around and the devil's in here. Am I right? Stakes too high. Stakes too high. So that's what I'm getting out of that. All right? That was interesting. That is an interesting vibe. I'm going to leave that like that. I think I'm going to come back a little sooner than next week. I think we need a spiritual world news report. All right? I think I'll put that out next reading. All right? Listen, I hope that information helps somebody. I really do. For more deep-ass readings, like, share, and subscribe. Hit that notification bell on your way out. Pick up a copy of Discriminating Wisdom over at Amazon. Make sure you're discriminating out here wisely. Get your personal. And head over to the Etsy shop. See if there's anything over there that you like. I think the stuff is cute. You let me know how you feel about it. All right? I'll talk to you again here soon, party people, behind the black veil.